Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, September 28th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I stopped in at that Rise Up on Somerville Road yesterday morning, and I tried one of their breakfast sandwiches, and I gotta say, it was one of the best bacon, egg, and cheese on an English muffin I've ever had. The bacon, I think, was the secret. That was amazing. The proportions were all spot on, and look at me. Now I'm a food critic. All right, let's get into the news. We have a lot of it, shall we? A kind of terrifying situation up in Baltimore, but it is a regional threat. BPD is looking for Jason Billingsley, who they say murdered a woman on the rooftop of her secure apartment building. Police do suspect him of also raping a woman and trying to kill her and her partner by dousing them with an accelerant and setting them on fire a week ago up in Baltimore. He is a non-compliant sex offender, having been sentenced to 14 years in prison for a rape in 2015. He was released from prison early for what they're calling, quote, good time, unquote, credits. Prior to that, he had separate convictions for an assault in 2009 and 2011. Baltimore County has also issued an arrest warrant for him for the theft of a handgun. BPD says that he is armed and dangerous, and Acting Police Commissioner Richard Worley says the individual will kill and he will rape. He will do anything he can to cause harm. The suspect's mother did say that he will not turn himself in because he is scared and running. While there is no reason to believe that Billingsley is in Anne Arundel County, the Anne Arundel County Police did repost the warning from Baltimore on X, the social media network formerly known as Twitter. Yesterday, we told you that Anne Arundel County Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Mark Bedell is staying put. He's not going to go move to the state position. And today, we can tell you that he was named the Superintendent of the Year by the National Alliance of Black School Educators. This award is given to active leaders whose leadership has resulted in significant positive outcomes for black students. The Alliance did say that despite his short tenure, the impact and focus on equity stood out from the other candidates. So congratulations to Dr. Bedell and congratulations to Anne Arundel County. M&T Bank has a food truck, sort of. They are the sponsor of a new mobile food pantry for the Anne Arundel County Food Bank. The step van does allow the food bank to deliver healthy food options to areas not normally served by their other distribution channels. The truck holds about 3,000 pounds of food and can serve 100 households on each trip. You can expect the truck to visit South County, portions of North County, and portions of western Anne Arundel. In fact, on its first day, it headed south to Lothian and Harwood and served more than 80 households. It is Hunger Action Month, and the food bank can always use food and money. aafoodbank.org. That's your hint. Navy will take on South Florida this weekend in a football game, and just a reminder for those wondering, or for those that are preparing to squawk about it, despite any government shutdown, the game will go on. Why, you ask? Well, because Navy football and other varsity sports are not legally part of the academy or government. They are operated by a nonprofit called the Naval Academy Athletic Association, which relies on donations, ticket sales, sponsorships, and other income, but not any federal dollars. If you'll recall, during the sequester a few years ago, the Air Force game was in jeopardy because Air Force was run by the Academy. That game went on when a benefactor for Air Force ended up paying to have the team flown to Annapolis. Now, all service academies now operate, as Navy has for years, as an independent nonprofit. And speaking of that shutdown, WTOP.com has a decent front page piece on what to expect and updates as it unfolds. A very good resource for you on that. The Annapolis Symphony is getting ready to launch its 62nd season with its Masterworks 1 concert tomorrow night and through the rest of the weekend. The highlight will be pianist Gabriela Montero performing Grieg's Piano Concerto. I highly recommend seeing this, and to be honest, a season subscription is the way to go, and you can get it between now and the end of the weekend. There are lots of perks that go along with that and discounts for any music lover. But if you are looking to check it out, go buy a ticket at AnnapolisSymphony.org for Friday night's performance and use the code COMMUNITY to score another ticket for free. Look at that, a half-price date night. Go on, be that hero that we all need. Tonight and tomorrow night, the skies will treat you to a cool sight, a super harvest full moon. At dark, you can see the moon rising in the east, and around dawn, it will be setting in the west. Well, I don't understand why. They say that because there have been 4 supermoons in a row, this one will be a lot brighter. For you astro geeks out there, for the precise full moon, it does move after all. That's going to happen at 5:47 a.m. on Friday morning. Look west. And as with every full moon, avoid the ER if at all possible. It gets cray-cray in there. All right, no one took me up on the Amethyst Kia show last night at Ram's Head on stage, and all I am saying is thank you. I took the tickets myself, and as I thought, an absolutely unreal show. Your loss, my gain. But I don't hold grudges, so if you would like to see Gino Vanelli on Sunday at Maryland Hall, hit me up. I have 2 tickets, and I'll tell you, he does put on a great show as well. All right, that's all I've got news-wise. Podcast stuff. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we're talking to the oldest business I have had the chance to speak with, Weems and Plath, just in time for the boat shows. And did you know that they have a tent sale during the boat shows, along with plenty of free parking and a free shuttle to the show and back? Now you know. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news of the day is the daily news email recap that goes out at 7 p.m. every night, 365 days a year. It's free and paywall free, and here is a link to sign up. And feel free to let your friends and colleagues know about it as well. All right, that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Alpha Engineering, Scout and Molly's, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. All right, so now you just need to hang tight because we have George Young from DCMDVA Weather standing by with the only locally forecast weather report you will find. And back again, Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All that coming to you right up, so hang around.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, September 28th. Yesterday worked out really nicely for the Annapolis region as clouds cleared out much more than expected for pretty much all of the PM hours. And while we will see more clouds and possibly some additional rain showers later today into tomorrow, the weekend ahead looks great as temps start to warm again into early next week. Look for mixed skies today with highs around 70 degrees with an increase in clouds in the PM hours along with the chance for some showers as well, with a threat of rain lasting into Friday primarily in the AM hours with breezy highs around 70 degrees, which will be a nice way to kick off the Annapolis Baygrass Festival at Sandy Point State Park that will go from Friday through Sunday. From there, the area will see mixed skies on Saturday with temps in the low to mid-70s, which will make for nice conditions for a 3:30 p.m. home game for Navy football, followed by Sunshine Sunday with highs 75 to 80 degrees, with conditions fairly nice on the whole for the Lifeline 100 bike ride from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., with the expectation being more sunshine and warmer temps into early next week in the 80s for at least the first half of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. Come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. On Sunday, check out the First Sunday Arts Festival down the first block of West Street. They always have lots of local vendors, music, and great food. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, Monday, check out their How to Knit with Two Colors class, making an heirloom stocking. And also watch out for the continuation of their classes, like the Learn the Brioche Technique and Socks 101. And registration is open for classes coming up in October, including their colorwork knitting in the round, and their second Saturday skills classes. At Whole Foods in Annapolis, today their Half Pint Kids Club is doing rice cake with sun butter and banana snacks, with one session at 11 a.m. and another at 1 p.m. And on Tuesday, their Half Pint Kids Club is making witches' brooms. At Art Farm in Annapolis, tonight they have another nude figure drawing, with all skill levels welcome. Develop your figure drawing skills with a live model. Saturday they have a waxworkers workshop for ages 10 through 13, and Wednesday they have virtual botanical drawing for beginners. And their fall semester is in full swing. Starting this week on Tuesday is their family clay class, running weekly through October, and some other fall semester classes continuing this week. Today there's creative writing and art zine open studio for ages 12 through 15, which runs weekly through October. Saturday there's a kids art school for ages 6 through 8, running weekly through November. Monday there's a kids art school for ages 4 through 6, as well as another session for ages 6 through 8 for people that prefer a Monday evening session, and that runs weekly through November as well. Also on Monday there's cartooning for ages 9 through 12, which runs weekly through October. And then on Wednesday there's the alternative art school for ages 11 through 14, which runs weekly through November as well. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today Broadneck has a Tinker Lab for ages 6 through 10, Linthicum has Build and Play with Lego, and Eastport Annapolis Neck has a Tween Art Night. On Saturday, Crofton has Ask a Master Gardener. On Monday, Deal has their Nature Explorers Club. Severna Park has a fall yard maintenance for birds and bees. Broadneck has an autumn paint night, and Glen Burnie has flower pressing for beginners. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Artist Process Art. Eastport Annapolis Neck has a homeschool STEM doing planetary geology, rocks on Earth and other planets. And Deal has an art night making a macrame keychain. And then on Wednesday, Discoveries, the library at the mall, has an adult art club. Edgewater has Skeins and Stitches. And Eastport Annapolis Neck has a Sip and Paint, coloring with watercolors. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.